Hey, what's going on, guys? As you know, my name is Bailey, and as you can tell, this is not going to be a usual video. There's not going to be any drifting, there's not going to be any tires shredding, there ain't going to be any front lips getting installed. This is a computer build. I figured this would be kind of cool to go ahead and document, as it's been 7.5 years since I built my last PC. A lot of things have changed, and even like the M.2 SSDs, that is interesting to me. I'm probably going to screw something up. I'm going to cross my fingers I don't. I have everything here. I had to reorder a few things. One item that's not here is a 120mm RGB from Corsair fan. I ordered a 140mm, and obviously I goofed. I was just rushing. I wanted to get this thing built, and I learned in the back of the case, as you can see, this is a Crystal 570X. You cannot fit 140mm. This PC is going to consist of an Asus Z390E gaming motherboard. It's going to have an i7 9700K processor. We're going to have a Gigabyte 2070 Super 8GB video card, which is way better than what I'm using currently. We're going to power this bad boy with 850 watt from Corsair. As you can see, it's hiding back here. We have the H115 RGB. It's the processor cooler sitting here. We have a few things. I got a new keyboard. I have a new mouse. We got a bunch of new parts. This is going to be quite interesting, as my cat is about to knock down the camera. I am a little concerned on building this because it is entirely different like this. How am I going to deal with that? She's just looking at me. Huh? I guess the best thing I can do, just like a car, when I'm doing something I have no idea what I'm doing, I just dig into it. I find mistakes, I mess up, but hopefully I can't mess up too bad, right? I mean, come on, let's do it. Like that. And the first thing I want to pull out is this motherboard. The motherboard, I'm going to go ahead and install the processor, which yet again is the 9700. While I'm opening this up, I do want to mention that we will be using Windows 10 64-bit for the processing, which is right here. I already downloaded it on USB, so when it's all operational and the computer turns on, I can download it. I believe the first thing you want to do, though, when this thing is built, is get into your bio and update it. I don't know what's in this box. What's the best way of pulling these out? Just like that. There's one underneath. That's kind of cool. A lot of stuff in here. What's the little fan for? Do I have to put this thing together? Oh no. Grab our i7 907K. There you go. You can see it. This one, I actually got all these parts on between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So everything was a little bit cheaper, which is good. I need to grab my knife real quick. Now you got that. Throw that in the back. Now with this, you pull that forward, slide it, you lift up, try not to touch it, just grab it from the sides. Okay, so it looks like there's two little divots there, one there and one there. Appears that we're just gonna lay it down the only way it can possibly go. Which I'm just terrified of doing so for some reason. All right, here we go. Make sure it's wiggled in. That over it, slide forward, should pop off, and boom, that's installed. Alright, so here's the RAM. Again, it is RGB from Corsair. It is a DDR4 2x8 16 gigs. I have not built one of these in 7.5 years. I'm terrified that this thing's not going to start when I'm done with it. I ordered this actually first a while back, honestly. I just had it sitting around. So throw that out of here. It can only go one way. Those are in. Our next thing will be SSD M.2. There are two slots here. I'm gonna go ahead and install it in this slot. I gotta grab some tools. I'm gonna unscrew that and it should be simple. SSD just slides right in, and before you put this cover on, there is a clear piece you should peel off. This is magnetic, so it helps. And it just has a glass pane on the side, that side, the front, this side, and the top. They all need to come off. It is all just thumb screws, so it should be fairly easy to get off. If not, you can use a flathead screwdriver. now we got this thing stripped down. You'll see the Corsair Crystal does come with 3 120 fans in the front. It already has a controller menu, which will be replaced by the Commander Pro. It has a controller that leads to these buttons that I need to get figured out and see if that hooks up to Commander Pro. And the inside, you'll see it does have an RGB light there. Also has one up front that will light up. They've updated it. There used to not be a panel here. There is a panel here. I've never seen anyone else have it. This is the fan that I'm missing. And then the cooler, which is sitting right here, the H115, that's gonna go up on top. And I'm a little concerned on fitment because I've seen people not be able to run this because it sits so low it hits the RAM. So we are gambling here. I've never seen someone do this setup. My gosh. Here's 140mm fans. Those are heavy alone. They are magnetic too, so they're super insanely quiet. Here's the SSD drive, and it's pretty easy to use from my understanding. You just simply unscrew this right here, pull that out. SSD is in, slide it back up, and grab that same bolt that you just had. Super easy to do. So many wires. Alright, so PCIe goes on top. I'm a little confused because it does have 2 split offs. I only need 1, so I'm just gonna wrap this first one in there. Wait. If I'm doing anything wrong, please put it in the comment section. I'm all over the place. But this has 2 dividers, no one else's does, so I don't know exactly what to do there. I also have this extra plug that I plugged in. I don't even know what I plugged it in for. This is the obvious one, it's easy. Alright, incorrect. This is for the video card. This one is for the motherboard here. So I'm going to go ahead and thread that through. Make it as pretty as possible. I don't know how I'm going to do this, actually. Okay, just like that, it is on. One thing about this Commander Pro that I'm a little confused on also is you do have, with the regular old small node, you do have the SP lighting controller, which goes up to these buttons up on top too. I had to unplug that, it's completely useless now. This is in now, it's probably about right there. A lot of things going on. Now here's the biggest thing. We need to go ahead and swap that out for 120mm so that it can fit on these top brackets. 140mm uses that hole and that hole. If you look, it hits this right there. So we're actually going to head out and go ahead and exchange that out for the correct one. And cross my fingers that it does fit. From what it visually looks like, it definitely should. So. Alright guys, so we finally did it. The radiator is in, the new radiator. It's 120mm, don't get 140 if you get this motherboard. See how close it is to that? It's literally barely touching it. Same with the coolers. If you don't go with that, you need to go with the 360 radiator up front, which probably looks a little bit better too, fill in that space. But I'm not going to do that, that's unnecessary. And it's just a little bit more without the RGB lighting. I'd have to put more lighting. This is version 1, I'm sure version 2 will change a little bit. The next thing though is we need to figure this out. So it's already pre-applied, I don't have to add any residue, but all these wiring, again, I got a wiring mess. Get that installed, then we go to the video card and just literally cross your fingers for me because there's a slight chance this is gonna start up, I feel like. I hope there's not a way of ruining anything. Say if I did the plus and minus, I don't know. I believe I got everything 100% though. I am reading through the manuals. It's just taking a little bit of a time, trial and error. Again, it's been 7.5 years since I built my last PC. Everything seems to be different. But let's go ahead and start going through the owner's manual and figure out where all these wires go. These are the standoffs for the cooler. The back plate was already on. Screw these in. Here's the pump. Go ahead and pull that off. Line it there. Got the thumb screws. Again, do not over tighten this. So we have this USB going up here, coming out, plugging into USB. We have on the back, I believe the fans connected to the ports. I believe everything is connected properly. I'm really hoping so, at least. The next thing to do is the video card. That is, when you finalize this, then we gotta make it look all nice. Again, I am missing that fan. It hasn't come in yet, but we are really getting really close, and it's getting to the point where I'm really nervous I did something wrong. I always appreciate the packaging. That computer parts come in. Oh, it's always like nice opening up new things. Here is the Gigabyte 2070 Super 8 gig. You see those two ports. There's two ports there. And then you have the main port here. The first thing we need to do though is go ahead and disconnect or open up two bays here on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and see, this is the top one. This is the one the video card goes to. So we need to remove this one, and this one is just two thumb screws. One. Ah, it's wrong way. Two. On the video card, fans go down. Go ahead. Oh, I got the tape on there somehow. Can't really mess this up. It's as simple as lining it up. Okay. And simply just press it in. Now those thumb screws that you just removed needs to go back in. There's another one here. Looks really good. The PCIe requires 8-pin and 6-pin. It's on the same cable where it loops around, so you can plug multiple in. This one's 8-pin, this is 6-pin. It could be dual 8-pin. Here's the other one. It kind of slides off. Now, from my understanding, the thing is completely done. It just needs to be a lot more organized, especially on the back. I'll make time lapse the back though, because that is going to take quite some time, and I will give it its first startup. This is about to be the first start. Cross your fingers, because more than likely it's not going to go right, and I can't stress about it. 3, 2, 1.
Why are the fans not lining up?
Top fans are working, that's working. Boom.
Is it working?
Everything but the front fans. Okay guys, this thing has actually turned out really great. I even got some Logitech speakers actually mounted behind the monitor, plus a subwoofer down below. Now, the computer has a few things I want to update. I want to get 2 more sticks of RAM, so it'd be 32 gigs of RAM total. But I also need some PSU cables. These ones are blue and black, which is the color I wanted. I thought it looked really good. And I did get the rear fan back there, which is a LL120. Now, LL120 is plugged in, and it won't let me do any editing with the light color. It's stuck on white, because the ones in the very front are the cheaper fans that the case came with, and I can't have multiple fans unless I have another node. Well, if I buy another node, then what's the point? So it's for one fan. So we did go ahead and decide to upgrade to 3 more fans up front. Now, the next portion of this video is specifically wire tucking and perfecting the rest of this computer. I do not have the RAM, but that is something I'll do down the road. Another thing I'm super excited for is the next video is probably going to be related to Ronin. So this is a gimbal for the camera that I'm actually filming on. You know, it stabilizes everything, so I'm super excited for that. Alright guys, that wraps this PC build up. This was an incredible project. It's been 7.5 years since I built my last PC, and it feels like it's been like it feels like I've never built a computer before. Everything was new, all the technology is different, and it started up on the first try on BIOS, which was very impressive. Had some kinks work out with Windows, but that was on the Windows side of things. As you can see, we already had to upgrade the fans. I mean, we had that 4th fan back there, and I couldn't even use it, and these are quieter. I've been running it for a couple minutes now, and it's not doing, it just sounds a lot quieter. The wires look good. All the wires tucking, I spent probably 6 hours total of wire tucking alone over the days between the first time and then just today. It is incredible how much time I've spent on it, but I think it's to the point where I don't need to take off that glass anymore other than to clean the PC and when I upgrade the RAM. I also had to get a dongle for the SD card so I could get everything onto the PC. I would have already uploaded maybe a computer build before even doing the second part of this, because I just couldn't edit my videos because I didn't have a dongle. So that finally came in. I 3M taped it on there. The speakers where they're behind, I 3M taped that. The whole desk is looking very professional. It's running games at like over 100 FPS, even some at like, some of the demanding ones are probably about 90, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare on super ultra wide. You gotta keep that part in mind. This is a very demanding monitor. But guys, I'm hyped about it. Please let me know if I did anything wrong, which it's running, so I don't know if I did, but let me know. Any tips, tricks, again, I am learning. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't very there wasn't very much information on the video, but it was more like me learning. It wasn't me trying to show you how to do it, although with all the footage I bet it did help you if you were trying to use it to assist you in your own build. But it looks really sick. I gotta figure out what I want to change the colors of the fans to. I may leave it at the rainbow for a while just because RGB fanboy. I think everyone does that when they first get RGBs. It may get old, but we'll see. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. Enjoy these clips of me playing some games and just showing off the computer. Other than that, you just have a great day. See ya. Hey, what's going on guys? As you know, my